What's going on, everybody? On the air with VA3EWV. On the air with VA3EWV AllStar EchoLink. Friday evening net. We're going to be getting started in just about 5 minutes. All right, folks, we're going to get this shared out. All around, single side that makes the sound. FTA comes through so clear. Biggie's voice we love to hear. Biggie's voice we love to hear. Y'all, it's a radio field day and tell us up high. Good friends, good vibes on a clear blue sky. Stand free, we sip and drink stars in the air. Frequencies tuning, ain't got no care to spare. Radio games playing all day. Dogs at 73 regards, punching back, have a blast. Work the world, buzz its ass, man. Wave that signal strong from coast to land. Transmitting joy, ain't no better past the laughter and a static share on every line. Down here we groove, mix the beats and waves, comedy electric in radio days. Radio games playing all day. Cards at 73 regards, punching back, have a blast. Work the world, buzz its ass, that head. Wave that signal strong from coast to land. Okay, folks, we got 3 people out there. What's going on, David? Hotel India 8 Delta, Dane Nabbit. We're going to be getting cranked up here in like 1 minute. Good to have you out there, David. I'm going to put you in the log there. I got you on everything dang near now. I just don't have you on DMR or Fusion or UHF, VHF. I got you on everything else, though. Good to have you out there. I got you. Hey, look, we got you in the log on DMR. I'm going to have to put that out there and see a screenshot. We're going to be getting kicked on here. I'm going to go and see what's up with VE3PGC and get that connected right quick. 1 second. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Is the frequency in use? Okay, just like every Friday, we're going to be adding this repeater to the Friday evening net with on the air with VA3EWV. And we'll be taking check-ins in just a second.
Connected to VA3WV.
Good evening, everyone. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Again, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Is there any priority emergency traffic? Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Welcome, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to On the Air VA3EWV Friday Evening Net. The net that is here for all you AllStar and EchoLink users. Yes, we're keeping it alive 2 years strong. We've only missed 2 Fridays since we started this net. My name is Ernest, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. I'm from St. Andrews, West Ontario. I've been a ham since 2023, so January 2023. So that's going to be 2 years. I've had my HF for 1 year now. I enjoy outdoor operations. And one of the topics was going to be about outdoor operations tonight. Not everybody does it, but I do have a question in case you were looking at doing it. Okay, and the way this net runs, we have 3 rounds. The first round is the topic of the week. The second round is what you're doing for the weekend. And have your pens and pencils handy, folks, because we do have a lot of people talk about a lot of interesting stuff. So you should be writing their call signs down and your questions, because at the end of the net, we open it up to everybody to rag chew at the end of the net. Okay, we're just going to pause, and then we're going to start taking check-ins. Okay, and as we get started, I am actually talking on the VE3 PGC repeater. So we want to thank the owners and operators of the VE3 PGC repeater here in Cornwall, Ontario, and the owners and operators of the Spruce Grove repeater out there in Alberta, Canada, VE6IDK. Good to have that one in there as well. So thank you, owners and operators, for being out there. We're going to look for short time check-ins from anyone, anywhere. As we get started, any short time check-ins, please come now.
This is Victor Alpha 3, Radio Quebec Sierra, checking in. And I won't be around for the full net. I'm at work for this.
Okay, that was my good friend Jeff there, folks. Victor Alpha 3, Radio Quebec Sierra, Jeff out of Cornwall, Ontario. So, Jeff, you're not going to be here for the whole ham. We see that you're at work, so we won't keep you long. How long have you been a ham? And today's topic was about portable operation, so I might as well ask. If you started doing portable operation, would you go to a park? That's our question of the week. Would you go to now, it already costs to go and do this stuff because you have to have gas to go there, your time and stuff like that. And would you go to any places where you had to pay entry to get into the park? Would you operate if you had to pay an entry? So, Jeff, I know you might not be doing portable operations, but it might be something that's in your future. But would you be willing to pay an entry fee? I went to 3 parks and they wanted $18 for an entry fee. But if they said if you stayed less than 30 minutes, you could get the entry fee back. Back over to you, Jeff. Would you go to a place to pay to play on the radio? Over.
Ernest, I'd be willing to go to a park, but I wouldn't pay $18 just to get in and set up a tent and talk to people. Maybe on the outside of the park I would. Like maybe in the culvert or something, like set up a tent and just sit there and talk, like handheld or something, or with a good antenna out on the ground. And I don't know. I wouldn't pay $18. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. Over.
Amen to that. So there's a fellow that I know. His name is Stuart, Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot, and he actually added up all that he paid last year, because we're in this Radio Amateurs of Canada challenge, and last year I came in 3rd, and he was trying to go for the first spot, and he said after tax, title, and license, I'm going to show that over here on the screen here, but he said after tax, title, and license, he paid $5,000. And gas, food, lodging, and all that stuff like that running behind parks on the air.
Radio Average of Canada Challenge. And I was like, $5,000. Man, you know what kind of radios I can get for $5,000? Or anything I can get. You know what kind of bills I could pay with $5,000? Let me tell you. So no, that's too rich for my blood too. That's too rich for my blood too. Let me tell you. Thank you, Jeff, for that. And if you can stick around, we'll be out here. Okay, we're gonna break it with Jeff there. The next person I see on the line, and I think might have been having a little problem getting in there, was Whiskey Bravo 9, Charlie Sierra Papa. Whiskey Bravo 9, Charlie Sierra Papa from Paris, Texas. Come on in. Do we have a copy on Whiskey Bravo 9, Charlie Sierra Papa? That's okay, Richard. If you are having some problems getting in there, that's why I have this net. We're going to be here for, hell, as long as we can be here. And you are welcome to pop in, log out, log in. I don't know if you're on a tablet, phone, web browser, whatever, but I'm here to help anybody out. And I do have some great connections. I do know the guy that actually created EchoLink there. He's been to a meeting with us for our ham radio club here in Cornwall with the Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club. And he's a very good help. So if anybody needs any help or questions getting their EchoLink set up, we could be happy to help you. Okay, we have now Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta. Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta. Are you there? Over. So again, I see Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta. It says -R, so that might be another repeater connected to our net, and that'll be really cool. I don't know where it's out of. It says Jackass Flat VIC. I guess belonging to Anthony there. So if anybody's on the repeater out there, you're welcome to check in too on the VK3JED-R. Okay, the next person I see on the list is Victor Alpha 3, Juliet India Charlie. Victor Alpha 3, Juliet India Charlie. Come on in.
Good evening, artists. This is Victor Alpha 3, Juliet India Charlie. I believe the topic was how much would you spend to do parks on the air? Well, here in Southern Ontario, we'll be paying $9 to get into a park, so that will be the most I pay. Back to you.
Well, yeah, I mean that's pretty good. $9 though. Let's look at some stuff on the screen here. Well, you guys can't see it on screen, so I'll talk it to you. But there are some folks in there. I've been usually holding first place for months now. We got a guy here with 1,700 contacts. That's astonishing. Like with the bank conditions right now, that's pretty astonishing. But if you're out there all the time, this guy has been to 58 POTA parks. 58 parks. I don't have my phone because my battery died. So if someone's out there with a calculator, do that math. 58 times 9. Could somebody give me that 58 times 9 and come back to us with that? And not only that, if you've gone to 58 parks, how many miles have you traveled, right? That's 58 POTA parks, 10 lighthouses, and 3 islands on the air. I've never seen something like that. And people think I do parks on the air full time. Ladies and gentlemen, I may go out 4 times a month. Hell, this month I've only been out twice, and my wife still thinks that I do POTA every day of the week. And if you see the screen there, I got the big 95 contacts. I've been to, 3 parks, and it says 3 WWFF. So what that means is the park that I went to was both a POTA park and WWFF. So I'm out of $27 at this point. And I can tell you, though, those parks that I went to, they're on the way to work. So I'm not going out of my way. I'm not traveling miles and miles to go anywhere. those are just right off the beaten path there. And I'm lucky enough to live in Ottawa, Ontario. I'm lucky to work in Ottawa, Ontario, where they have over 20 parks, all within a 10, 15-minute drive from my work. I'll be pulling that up on the screen here in a second. But has anybody done some math on that? 58 times 9, and here when I was going to Quebec, that's where I saw that $18, and I was like, thank you, no thank you. And then all the national capital parks, they're like $18. So you're at 9. So 9 times 58. Who's got the math on that? Yeah, we recognize Julia India Charter for the recheck. Go ahead there.
Ernest, that would be $522, sir.
So that's $522. That's if. Now, a lot of these places, I like to go to places like Cooper Marsh, High Falls Conservation Area. I go to a lot of conservation areas and stuff like that, and they don't charge anything, right? Like you just go up there and they have the parking and all that stuff like that. And, like that's $500. And that, like everybody, that's $500. But we hadn't even got the guy's travel. I mean, to go to 58 parks, 10 lighthouses, and 3 islands on the air, that's nice. I mean, that's a person that's on vacation, might have a, what do you call it, an RV, and traveling and seeing some country and stopping at every photo park along the way. That's exciting. I did have contact. I made a couple contacts with the guy myself. I said, do you do your stuff on QRZ? And he said, no. So that's not being tracked there. When I saw the stuff being loaded on POTA, I don't see no hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of contacts per park. So I don't know where the 1,700 comes in there. But I'm only looking at the parks on the air. So he's doing islands on the air and stuff like that. So they're putting some miles on. So think about the $500 plus the gas money, right? So, you are well over into $1,000. Okay, we got some more folks here. Today's topic, everybody that's joining us, is would you pay to go do radio? This is Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor. The next person I see on the clock is, on the docket is Kilo Bravo 6, Juliet Foxtrot Lima. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Ernest, and the next maybe it's almost good. Anyway, I missed the question there. I was doing something. I just watched MUG was doing doing photo from Iceland, which was kind of interesting. Doing a photo from Iceland, and it was quite interesting. Anyway, I'll be doing my first sport activation tomorrow at US 0639, Los Padres National Forest, about 8,300 feet, or about, I think I said 2,289 meters or something like that. I forgot what I said. I sent it to you. Anyway, KB6J.
I'm definitely excited for you to be going out there, Robert, to the park. I saw you have posted something about that, maybe on your own feed. I do have, for everybody that's watching and also on YouTube, we have 3 folks out there on YouTube. We have Victor Echo 3, Quebec Juliet, that just said that has come in to say hello. Victor Echo 3, Quebec Juliet. That's a new call sign that I've heard. So Lewis is out there in Pembroke, Ontario. So just a little bit down the road. Thank you for being out there. All of you guys that are on YouTube, you could go and get on. Well, you can't get on EchoLink just like that. But AllStar, if you have AllStar repeaters in your area, we'll be happy to get you out here. AllStar, my AllStar node is 60092, 60092. My EchoLink is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor - Lima. And I did get a vanity number for EchoLink, and that's 4399. So I have a 4-digit number for my EchoLink. Let's pause for a second. Okay, again, for everybody that's joining, I see people coming in left and right, folks on YouTube. This is the Friday evening AllStar EchoLink net. We've been running for about 2 years nonstop. We have 3 rounds of traffic. Again, I'll just repeat since we got a lot of people come in. The first round is a topic of the evening. Tonight's topic is, would you pay to be on the radio? Or will you pay to play on the radio? That's the topic. I was telling folks that I was out doing a couple of parks there, and I happened to want to go to one park, and when I got there, I saw it was all gated, and I'm like, hey, what's going on here? They said, well, it's one of the national parks, and it's 18 bucks to get in. I was like, oh, okay. And they had RV park out there and swimming and all this stuff. I said, well, I just want to play on the radio for a little while, grab a few contacts and move on. Well, it's going to cost you $18, but if you're out in 30 minutes, hey, we can make it happen. So let me pause. Now, all you folks that are out there in Radio Land know that the conditions have been horrible. So I always bring a secret radio with me, and that's digital radio. I never leave home without FT8. So I paid the 18 bucks. I grabbed about 32 contacts on FT4, because I was spotted on WWFF for the DX and on the POTA website. I grabbed my 33 contacts and I said, thank you very much. And we got my 18 bucks back, and I booked it on out. I booked it on out of there. Not enough to activate the park for WWFF, but definitely enough to activate the park for POTA. So that's the nice topic. Would you do that? Or would you pay to play radio? I mean, I guess we all do. There's a price to it. All right. We're down at the bottom of the list. Let's take a call on the repeaters. V3PGC Cornwall, VE6IDK out of Spruce Grove. And where's the other one? There's another one. Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta. We have 3 repeaters connected. Anyone on those repeaters who want to check in, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's see. Let's try Whiskey Bravo 9, Charlie Sierra Papa. See if you're in there. Go ahead. Okay, we have a few people still trying to test their EchoLink wings out and stuff like that. I know that Robert just came in, KB6JFL. Folks, we do have a Facebook group on the air with VA3EWV, and I can actually show that since I'm sharing this on YouTube. So there's our website there, on the air with VA3EWV. We also have a YouTube channel on the air with VA3EWV as well. We do have a YouTube channel, folks. And we are five away from having 600 subscribers. We're at 595. So if you want to get on there and like the videos and stuff like that, and help me keep this stuff going, or subscribe and share it with other ham radio enthusiasts. I'm not technical. Please don't go to my channel trying to look and see if you can find something technical to do. If you're looking for someone that has fun on the radio, you can please come out for that. But if you need to, because someone said, hey, how long are your radios? I'm like, I don't know. They work, and I get out all over the place. That's what I know. So, yeah, so this is not a technical station. This is a have fun station. Okay, anybody, anywhere want to check in, please come now. Okay, so Robert, back over to you. If you could leave that information on the website that you're going to be doing your activation tomorrow. If you can leave that information on the website where you're going to be, I think I might have seen. I see James's stuff, but I thought I saw something from you on the channel about you checking in, but maybe I didn't. But if you can put it up there, let everybody know where you're going to be and stuff like that, and we'll get in there for you. I see my good friend Devin has popped in here. VE1DXW, Devin, if you can come in, tell everybody who you are, where you're from, how long you've been a ham. And hey, look, I know that you're going to be doing POTA soon. The topic of today is, would you pay to do POTA? Would you pay to do POTA? There are some parks that charge. Back over to you, Devin.
is DE1DXW here. Devin from Liverpool, Nova Scotia. I've been a ham for about 7 years roughly. And the antenna, the stand, the coax that I had to get just cost me around $800 roughly. And I don't think any of the parents around here charges. Because they're open, there's no gates or anything like that, so that's kind of good. And I don't know if you've seen on Facebook tonight, I finally got that out of certificate that I was telling you about. Back over to you, Ernest.
Yeah, Devin. Hey, look, man, I can't wait till you get out there and get to popping and stopping, or whatever they want to call it. But I can't wait for you to get out there and start having some fun at the Polo Parks. I love it. You know, I was out there today. You know, here in Canada, we have poutine. And I was like, because I like to have me a little bite to eat. Because, you know, I'm working all day. So just so everybody knows, I actually work a full-time job. Yep. Just celebrated 25 years of marriage. Just celebrated 25 years of marriage. I have 5 kids, 3 grandkids, about 2 acres of land here. So lots of stuff to keep going, keep getting done. I do participate in some hobbies and stuff like that. I am active in a ham radio club here in Cornwall, Ontario, Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club. So I have a lot of stuff to do, and people literally think that I just spend all my time on the radio. And like I was showing folks that are tuned in to YouTube here. Speaking of that, hello, Anthony, Victor Alpha 7, X-Ray Alpha Romeo. Victor Alpha 7, he says he's a hit and run. Just want to say good afternoon, good evening. So we're going to get you in there for the your being in the pot. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, like I was saying, I do a lot of stuff. And, you know, when I finally go out there and get to the park, I like to start doing FT8 first. Because I start doing FT8 and it gives me time to at least have a bite to eat, right, before I get started. Because I go to the park after work. So I'll have me a poutine or a hamburger or something like that. And occasionally I'll take a picture of it. So I'm going to start, I think with the rest of summer, if I might do poutine in the park. And that'll be the only money I'm paying. So, Devin, when you get out there and start doing POTA, are you going to bring any food with you, any barbecue, any hamburgers and hot dogs? You're just going to go out there? Like, are you going to do it like a picnic, or are you just going to go out there to have fun on the radio? Over.
DE1DXW again. I might just take something to drink with me because I couldn't hold water as much as I used to. So I'll eat like a big lunch or something like that before I go, and that will probably do me for the rest of the time I'm out. But like I say, I'll take some water or juice or something like that to keep my throat moist and hydrated and all that stuff. Back over to you, Ernest.
All right, definitely. Yeah, you have to stay hydrated and stuff like that. I guess the next time I talk, I'll be sharing some of my tips and tricks because, yes, I might not be like the guy that's going for the gold this time. I mean, he's really doing a good job. I don't think I've seen somebody with 1,700 contacts like this season's been something else. Maybe that should be, yeah, you know what? I'm going to change topics out here. How do you guys think the bands have been? I mean, I used to go out there in the park, folks, and go on a 45-minute lunch break, 15 minutes to set up and tear down, so 7 minutes both ways, 30 minutes to talk, and I'd have 115, 120 contacts in a 30-minute span. Now it'll take me 2 or 3 hours. I wonder if is anybody else having the same thing out there, because I'm like, wow, you know, what's going on? So is anybody else having any bad band conditions? Please come on in and tell us about it. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor.
DE1DXW again. I don't know about anybody else, but I know they've been horrible over here. Nothing really through the day. Not unless you decide to use DMR or something. But it's been pretty quiet.
Okay, we had a bit of a pile up there. We had KV6JFL coming in there answering that question. We also had Devin trying to answer that question as well. So Devin said it's been horrible. It's been quiet. He's been doing DMR. Also, Devin, what were you telling me today that you can share with everybody? What were you saying about 40 meters in FTA today? What were you saying about that?
Even on 20 meters FTA, there was barely any signal. When I looked at the band scope, it was, I even turned down to 14074, and I was barely getting a single strength of 4 or 5 if I was lucky.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. This is definitely, and it always happens to me. Like I said, since I only get to go out every now and then, and the wife told me this month, like I was like, oh yeah, because she's like, oh, you never spend time with me, this and that, da 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 da. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take the first 2 weeks off, and that's when I saw old boy there, starting to take the lead, and I was like, oh, okay. And so everything was going good. Then she says to me about a day or two before the 2 weeks was up, she goes, hey, look, if you think you're going to go out there and play in the park all day and night for the next 2 weeks, you think wrong. So I was like, okay. So, happy wife, happy life. So I got my little 3 contacts out there, and I'm happy for that. My little 3 things that I did this month. I'm in what place I'm in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not bad. 7th place with 95 contacts. Not so bad. I will try to sneak out once or twice and at least try to knock somebody out of the top 5 there, so I can at least wind up in the top 5 there. But anybody else? KB6 JFL Juliet Foxtrot Lima. What about bank conditions with you? Come on back.
Yeah, KB6 JFL. Well, Ernest, the last 2 months, it's been 2 months, the bank conditions have been just miserable, especially out here on the West Coast. You guys get openings back there on the East Coast, especially where you're at. So out here, 2 months, I probably made 10 days out of those 2 months I made contacts. Other than that, FTA's been deader than the doornail. Just about everything. It hadn't been for satellites. I got so hot for satellites. I'm doing space station indoors, and was making that. Now the images can get going. Haven't been able to. The patches have been in the middle of the night, so I just keep the radio on in the middle of the night and see what that was. So radio has been almost non-existent for almost 2 months here. Hopefully tomorrow up on the mountain top, we can get above something here and get something going. But this is probably out of all the cycles I've seen, this is probably the worst ending one I've ever seen for this time of year. But another couple of months, it should pick up even on.
The mic's off.
Break.
Go ahead, break. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. It's the AllStar EchoLink net. Go ahead.
And other than that, just hope tomorrow gets a little better. And yeah, turn it off, post something on the page. I sent it to you in Messenger. That's probably where you've seen it. Anyway, KB6J.
All right. Yeah. Well, when I started last year, I mean, this is my anniversary. Just to let you guys know, my first contact on for HF and POTA. Let me just go and see if I can go to the POTA website, bring it up there. But I started doing Parks on the Air in July. I got my HF in April, but I had no radio. So that doesn't do you any good if you don't have a radio. So I'll just go to my log uploads and see. I'll go to my log uploads and see right quick. I don't know if I'm loud or not, but I know when I talk on this radio, I hold the thing at an arm distance. So if I'm sounding really low, y'all need to tell me. Don't let me go on and on and on, sounding like garbage, and y'all don't tell me, okay? Let me just check here real fast. Yeah, July 19th was the first photo contact at Cooper's Marsh. So tomorrow will be my 1-year anniversary, and I had a challenge for myself to have 12 parks with 1,000 contacts at 12 parks by my anniversary. And I was going on really smooth with that. And then after the winter came, and the spring came, and the summer came, I was struggling to get that last park. But I'm happy to say I did hit my goal and get my 12 parks done with 1,000 contacts per park there. So that was a very rewarding thing. I learned a lot about myself, about the radio, about the equipment I had. So I'm waiting to see people like Devin get out there. And there are a couple other people that are just starting to do parks in there. So I can't wait to see you guys eventually. Please post those things on the Facebook page if you have it. Okay, let me pause. Okay, calling on the repeaters. We have the 3 repeaters here in town, here on the net tonight. Anyone from anywhere else want to go ahead and check in and put their bean in the pot? Please come now. Okay, we are finished with the first portion of the net. Now we're just going to go into what are you doing for the weekend. So I've been away all week, house sitting for my daughter. They have a great boss there that lets all the employees use their timeshare for a week at a time there. So they got to enjoy that, and I got to go to their house and enjoy being in the city. So I got to bring the wife out to some nice restaurants and stuff like that. Spent a lot of time together, no radio, so she was very happy with that. And now we're back at home. We tested the pool temperature, and it's 92 degrees. So after that, we're probably going to go jump in the pool, and that's probably what I'm going to be doing this weekend, being poolside there, and catch up on email and stuff like that. So we're going to start at the first name I see here, and we can tell us all what you're doing for the weekend. So Devin, V1DXW, what are your plans for the weekend?
I'm just gonna sit here and watching baseball, and I'm watching wrestling right now. Just gonna take it easy for the weekend. Nothing really planned. I really don't go far anymore anyway. So that's really it for me, Ernest. VA3EWV-V1DXW.
Well, I'm telling you, we finally got some good weather here. 72 degrees here, 24 Celsius. So that's not bad. I mean, that's what we used to set our house to when I was living in the States. We used to set it to 72, but like it's kind of warm here. And we've been having something that's different. I'm not a meteorologist or anything like that. I've been keeping track, but I could swear we've had a good little rain once a week. It seemed like every week for this summer we've had lots of good rain. I'm looking outside at my grass. It's beautiful and green. My flowers are bigger than they ever have been. My hospices are just big as heck. When I planted them, I didn't think they would get that big, and they're all over on top of each other. So hopefully we have a rain-free weekend here at Cornwall, St. Andrews West. And I'll probably go out and have breakfast on Sunday at the Lions Club there. They got a good breakfast there. And I'll just be taking it easy and getting ready for the rest of the week. Thanks, Devin, for being out there. Anyone else? What are you doing for the weekend? VA3GIC, what are you doing for the weekend?
Well, hi, Ernest. What am I doing for the weekend? Not too much. The wife's got to work this weekend, so not too much. Just probably just tinkering around with different radio stuff, probably, and probably going to put together an ed flyer, I imagine. Other than that, not too much, Ernest. Thanks so much.
Well, I hope you guys have a lot of fun out there this weekend. Also, be safe out there. The guy I talked about, Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot, he does Out and About. So you guys should check out his YouTube channel. He's there in Nova Scotia too. Does a lot of videos, but I think his business or something used to be in like in that area. And I think that's why he does so much. But there's a ham that, and you guys probably heard about it. There's a ham operator that was doing park operation within the last 30 days, and he was putting up an antenna in a park and got electrocuted at the park. When I went out to the place that was wanting to charge all that money, I always bring. I have 4 antennas with me every time I leave the house. 4 antennas, 3 feed lines, all type of connectors, because you never know. I even bought myself some Anderson poles and the Anderson thing to do that, because I've been out to a park and the doggone wire deteriorated, or the casing deteriorated, and I was stuck out there trying to get that all sorted out. But when I was going to set up, I wanted to do the vertical because I have that M750, and that thing is a beast. I mean, I broke it 3 different places. I lost a radial somewhere this winter, and that thing takes its licking to keep on ticking. I would definitely recommend it. And anyway, I was thinking about putting that in front of the car, like just sticking up in the grass area, and I looked up and I just saw a lot of power lines, and I'm like, nope, not happening. So I just went in the car and got my mobile antenna. It's a 9-bander. It's got like banana plug thing with a wire that coils, and you put it in there, and you can, you do your bands. So I have it tuned for 20 meters FT8. Don't care, because I know I'm at least activate a park with that. And I put that on there, and I got that park activated on WWFF and POTA with just the mobile antenna there. Let me pause. Okay, so for all you going out to have your adventure, it's good to have a nice little inexpensive homemade infit half wave, right? My first one, I made it with my buddy Steve. His call sign has changed. I'm going to have to figure it out, but Victor Echo 3 Mike Hotel, but he's now moved. So it's a new call sign, but he helped me make my first one very lightweight, fit in your pocket, very thin wire there, worked like a charm, and I lost it, and I was heartbroken. He even did the 3D printed the thing with my call sign on it, so I definitely missed that. But I have another one. I have an infed half wave that does 40 through 10. That always comes with me. I have the vertical M750. I have my mobile antenna, whatever the JC something, whatever that is. And then I also have the antenna that Devin has. The big Y is what I call it. And Devin, that sucker looks good, man. It looks good out there. It looks space agey. And every time I put it up, people do ask, "Oh my God, what's that? What are you doing?" Have you gotten yours up yet, Devin? Over?
For VA3EWV-1DXW. I had it in the case, looking at it yesterday. If the weekend's fun, I might put it up tomorrow to see what it will do. Just put it up through in the front yard and run the coax in through. But no, unfortunately, I haven't drawn it yet.
Okay, we heard you. We heard you there. Whiskey Bravo 9, Charlie Sierra Papa. Go ahead. Yeah, Roger, it's good to hear you out there. You're a little broken up there in the background. I don't know if you can, if you're on the YouTube channel, you can hear it there, but it's broken up a bit. But I can make out what you're saying. Yep. I only use this once a week. I'm not at home to use it. So I got the little AllStar Node. It's in the basement in a corner because I was getting too much RF in the room or something like that. Someone said it was making some weird sound. So I took it out of the shack and I put it all the way to the basement. So it's in the basement in the corner somewhere. And I used to turn it off and just turn on every Friday night. But what was happening, I would run into issues where something was not right, or the Wi-Fi had changed or something like that. So now I just leave it running, and I work in a whole another town, right? So and there I have my mobile radio with me, but once I go to work, I'm just in work and I'm working all day. So I'm only on this for once a week there. But yeah, it's on. It's connected. So if anybody wants to use it, they can use it. Or if you want to connect to it, connect to it. But just so you know, I only exercise this thing once a week. They're over.
Yeah, it's coming to the phone port on my side. I still have to keep connected, but yeah, I've been connected to the Delaware phone. And I can't remember if we had an actual repeater up, or is it just like a hotspot on a repeater frequency?
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Like I said, your signal is kind of breaking up, but we can hear you. I heard you trying to come in earlier, so I don't know what the problem is. When I used to hear you on here, you're loud and clear. So I don't know what's happening today. But I'm definitely glad you're out there. Also, I want to let everybody know that Dale is out there. Whiskey 5 Delta Lima Sierra. Dale says, "Hey everybody from Arkansas, nice net." And I'll say, "Dale, come and join us." So he might come out there and join us. Who knows? But we've had about 7-8 people on the YouTube channel there checking in. So I'm going to get Dale in the log there now. Get him in the log. Get him in the book there. Okay. Anyone else? If you want to share what you're doing this weekend, please come on in. Okay, whiskey 5 Delta Sierra Lima.
Okay, I switched over to EchoLink. Is this any better? VA3EWV-L.
Oh, night and day, by the way, night and day. We can definitely hear you really well now coming in on EchoLink there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying I was on the phone portal, the 763-230 number for AllStar, but I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, I connected to you and just left it connected so that way you can get some traffic in your area and maybe some people might start talking on your stuff. But so far I haven't heard anybody.
Yeah, Roger, that's probably correct because I don't have any external antenna. The antenna on the back of the AllStar Node is what, 2 or 3 inches tall, right? And I used to have that in the shack, and maybe I was putting, and my radio is only set to like not even it's on 1 watt, and everybody said it had a lot of issues with sound or noise or something like that. But I put it in the back, so I'll tell you, I don't even know what it sounds like now, but it's on. But I'm on the other VE3 PGC repeater. Give me a second. I'm going to switch over to my AllStar Node, and you'll be able to tell the difference probably. 1 second. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. See, now I'm on the AllStar Node. I don't know if it's got a hum in it. Oh, that's what it was. People were saying that it had a really, really, really bad hum in it. So I like it because I can see who's logged in. That's why I like having my own node so I can see who's logged in. I cannot see who's on PGC, right? And also people out there on that like to clown every now and then with the burping and farting and stuff. So I like to have it where I can just cut off the repeater if they get out of hand. But usually it's just once or twice and then they're going about their business, right? So that's why I like having my own node so I can control that type of stuff. Okay, folks, you just came in. The topic of tonight was, I don't know if you do outdoor operations, but the topic tonight was, would you pay to do parks on the air? Would you pay to go into a park and do parks on the air? Or are you like me, cheap, and just be out on the street by the park and operating off your mobile antenna there. Hey, also, could you tell everybody how long you've been a ham, your call sign, all that stuff like that, and then come back on in, okay?
Yeah, I don't hear any hum in your AllStar. It might be the wall wart adapter or where you have it plugged in, but I don't hear it. Audio's a little softer, but still readable. Well, this is my second time being a ham. The first time I was a ham was back in 2006 to 2015. And then once all the digital stuff started coming, System Fusion and D-Star and FTA, it was, I just hung it up and canceled my license. I didn't have the money for that stuff. I still don't. But paying versus being cheap. Well, that depends. If I'm paying for a park that's well maintained, then yeah, I would see the need to pay for it. But if I go there and it looks run down and not well maintained, is my money really going to go towards it to fix anything, or is it going to be like the rest of the money that I get? So I don't know. To me, I think it depends on the location, but that's just me.
Yeah, Roger that. Yeah, I thought about that after I, did the hit and run there. And, we used to have an RV and stuff like that, but I went to RV parks like we have like these KOAs, I think that's what they call them. But I never went to any provincial parks. But I know that lots of friends do go to those parks and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, we don't have the RV anymore. But would I go out in my RV and be out there and stuff like that and do that? Yes, if I was single. But not if I was married, because I'd be too busy talking on the radio and trying to do parks on air all the time and not visiting with the family and stuff. So, there is a balance and stuff like that. And I do have a balance. It's just that I plan and stuff like that. So when I do go out, I try to make a big impact. And when you're doing parks on air, they also reward you with stuff. The folks that are watching at home on the air, they have all these different things that you can, like Activator 6-pack. And that says you have 10 contacts that sit there from parks on 6 meters. So I still want to get some more of that happening. I still have a couple more that I got 6 at. I want to get it to 10. Got a couple with 2. They have the Activator N1CC. That's another one I like. And it says have 10 contacts at 10 different parks on 10 different bands. So I used to only use 40 forever when I started. And then I hit 20, and that's what I did forever. And if it wasn't for that particular challenge, I wouldn't have even done that. I got to be honest with you, because that got me. If you're watching the screen at home, that got me using 2 meters, 70 centimeter at the park, 10, 6, 12, 15, 17, 20, 30, 40, and 80. So I did all those bands at all these different parks there. So that was pretty cool. So it gives you a challenge, and I'm working on some more right now. I'm working on 3 more. And let me pause. I like that they have that because unlike my friend out there that's going to like almost 50 parks this month, I don't have the gas, the time, or anything to do that. Now, would I do it? Hell yeah, I do it. I'll do it in a minute. I'd love to shoot. I'd be out there with him, but I don't have the money or the time to do that. So some people don't have lots of parks in their area, right? So it makes it fun for you to go out there. You can challenge yourself and do different things. So at least it gives you something to do. And the only difference between me and a lot of other people, because a lot of people say, wow, you sure get a lot of awards. No, I just post them. They're here. Like you just go to awards and you click on it. And I have worked all provinces, Early Hunter, Fox Den, Sapphire, Western Prairie. You name it, I have it. But a lot of people, they just don't post it. I just happen to post it. Okay, anyone from anywhere else want to have a check-in and say what you're doing on the weekend, or if you heard something that you like to talk to somebody else about, the time is now. We have 9 minutes left into the net, so the mic is yours. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Yes, come in with the call sign one more time. It's a little fast. Remember, we're connected to a lot of things, so it kind of cuts off the first letters there. Could you come in with your call sign again, please? Your name and your QTH. Yeah, try to give it one more try out there. The person that was kind of trying to check in, I just caught 2 letters of the call sign. Try again, please. Just to let everybody know, that's why I do this net too. So for everybody out there testing their AllStar, their EchoLink, and things like that, and whatever other digital ways, I have the patience of Job. I'll be happy to stay in here and let you connect. So don't feel, if you're having some problems, don't worry about it. This is the place to come. Okay, we're going to be winding the net down. We got about 8 minutes left. Anybody have any final remarks or anything like that as we wind down the net? Anyone from anywhere on any repeaters, please come now. Yeah, net recognized Victor Alpha 3, Juliet, India, Charlie. Please come on in.
I just wanted to let you know on amateur wire, on the Cisco phones, and on Hams over IP, I've opened up 2 rooms there on both. One is called PODA, and one is called PODA FT8, FT4. They're open to use anytime you want, so feel free to use that. And I also want to let you know there is actually a hamsoverip.ca where you can get an extension there too if you wish.
Really, really? Okay, that's some good news there. Hey, look, also, you know, we have let me get Richard here with us now. Whiskey Bravo 9 Charlie, Sierra Papa, Whiskey Bravo 9 Charlie Sierra Papa. He's trying to get some activity because he's like a lot of people, just like myself when I first started and got my basic. I didn't even have basic with honors or my advanced ticket. And we have 8 repeaters in our area, and which was a blessing. And I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. And all I was hearing was our Monday night net. And then I was lucky enough that one of our repeaters does the Trans Canada net. So that was nice. So I was like, okay, we have that. And then we have the Procom net. So at least 3 times a week, I would hear something happen on the repeaters. But I started making my own stuff happen, and I had a lot of people coming out, and that was a lot of fun. That was like 1 or 2 summers ago. But you have to make it, you know, you have to just call. Let me pause. I know I talk about Parks on the Air a lot, but, you know, just DX or radio in general, if you have to call out. You know, you have to be there. And don't kid yourself. There are people that are listening. There are people that are listening on this repeater all the time, right? I know anytime I click up on the PGC repeater, I know there's at least probably minimum 10 people listening to it, right? But you have to say stuff that's interesting to people that have talked to you or something like that. But there are listening out there. So, you know, connect to the repeaters, but you got to get out there and call out every now and then and stuff like that, you know, because you're listening for something. They're listening for something too. So you got to make it happen. I've gone to Proto Parks. Let me pause for a second. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor for station ID. Yeah, I've gone to Polo Parks. Phones dead, no access to the internet, and people think they have to get spotted. They think they have to do all this stuff like that. You just have to. It's just like going up there calling CQ 20 meters. You just have to be. And so what I do, my secret is this. Well, it's not a secret. My thing that I do is this. I scan the band and find the loudest person out there, right? No, it's not me. But I found the loudest station that I can hear out there. And then I don't go 3 kcs away. I try to go at least 6 kcs away because they're pretty powerful. But I try to go 6 kcs away on either side because I know they're going to hear that person. And then I try to park next to those people, or I park 6 kcs away from someone doing POTA. And I know that once somebody gets their thing, they just go down the line. And yes, I'm not afraid. I've said to people, hey, one day I was at a park, don't even know the park number, have no clue. No clue what the park number was, and no way to put it out there. Yes, I had a charged phone, but where I was, they didn't have any internet there. So I was going to use the internet to see what the park number is when I got there. I don't do that anymore. I plan all that stuff out. I do use a program called WRL, and it has its pros and cons. I'll tell you that now. But the thing I like about it, if you're looking at my screen, what you see on the screen here, I didn't do that at the park. I will go out and I will put all my stuff into the computer before I leave home, because when I use this web-based one, you have to have the internet, but they do have the app for your phone. So if I'm doing a 10-park roll, for example, some of these things you'll see the same day, right? They're on the same date. Let me just scroll down here. So like on the 31st, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There was 12 parks I went to on that day. But I sat there and I plugged all this stuff in before I left. So if there's anything happening out there, it wouldn't affect me. So yeah, you just have to plan and stuff like that. Okay, we got 2 minutes left in the ball game. Anybody else want to add anything? Oh, there's a station from South Australia. Victor Kilo 5 India uniform. Victor Kilo 5 India uniform. Please come on in. How are you? Could you come in with your call sign, your QTH? And how are you this evening? Victor Kilo 5 India uniform. So we got Jeffrey out there from Murray Bridge. Jeffrey from Murray Bridge, Victor Kilo 5 in the uniform. Do you copy us? Is this your first time on EchoLink? We're here for a few minutes to see if you can check in with us there. Over.
Recheck.
Whiskey Bravo 9, Charlie Sierra Pop for the recheck. Go ahead, please.
To the station who mentioned the amateur wire. He also hosts my AllStar Node, which I have a net on it tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Time on AllStar 42707. And I also have an email account with him too, WV9CSP at amateurwire.org, I think it is. So he does that stuff too, if you guys wanted to check that out. Good evening. The time is 9 p.m.
Yeah, that's good information. Look, I have my Facebook group there on the air with VA3EWV, so you guys can make big posts there and, put some good stuff out there and a graphic or two to let people know you're there. You can send me the information, and I can put it as a reoccurring event, and that way it'll give an hour. It'll notify everybody an hour before the thing that your net's out there. So everybody that has their nets, or even if you have your own YouTube channels and your own Facebook groups, feel free to share that stuff on the group share on the air VA3EWV. Okay, any other traffic? We're at the top of the hour. We're going to be closing down the net here soon. Anybody with any final comments, please come down. Yeah, Victor Alpha 3. Victor Alpha 3. Julia, India, Charlie. Go ahead with the recheck.
Ernest, just a quick thing to throw out here. Would you ever consider about putting your AllStar Node on Hamzo Rising? If you would, that would give you a little more traffic on your net.
Oh, shoot, man. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, all it is taking the time to do it and know how to do it, right? So I would definitely do that. I got to tell you, this is just for all you guys to hear. I'm fascinated every Friday night I come in this room. Every Friday night I come in this room, I expect the screen to have nothing on it, like absolutely nothing on it. I'm not even kidding. I'm like, so I say to my wife, "Hey, don't start that show right there because I don't know. It's summertime, it's winter time, it's blah 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 time. I don't think anybody's gonna be there tonight, right? Uh, they might have stuff to do." And I have never had a net under an hour, and not because I'm talking to myself, hi. But I've been very blessed. I mean, you see the names here. We got 11 people here. Let me see if there's anybody else on YouTube that has popped in there. Yeah, but so be consistent. Talk about something. Have a topic. Be a little different. My net is different. Usually when net's out there, let me pause for a second. Usually with the nets out there, it's one way and stuff like that. You're only here from one person. People here, they talk about satellite stuff, hams over IP, parks on the air, digital modes, you name it. People talk about it. And that piques other folks' interest. And I always say, have a pen and paper handy and write those call signs down. And if they're on like QRZ, we have had a lot of people link up that way and get some good stuff coming. So yeah, and like I said, go to my Facebook group, post your stuff there, or send me the information and graphics if you want to, and I'll definitely do that. And if you can call me up probably late Sunday or something and show me how to do that, we're connecting that to a ham over IP thing. Heck yeah, I'll be glad to do that. Over.
Yeah, roger that, Ernest. I can give you a call on Sunday, no problem. And I will look into it for you on how to set it up. I believe it's pretty simple. Yeah, so I would do that for you without any doubt. And we should really get your amateur wire up and running again, And if you're interested in the hamsoveriving.ca, I can send you the link for it if that's what you're interested in.
Yeah, this first 2 years I've been getting my hands in everything. So anything I can try, I've been down for it. That's one thing that people say about me. They're like, Ernest, you've done more in ham radio than I've done in 30 years. And I'm like, no, people are just showing you how to do stuff. And it's not that I've done more. Y'all just see me doing it because I put everything on Facebook and YouTube. There's a lot of people. There's cats in my own club that are doing way more than I do, but you never see it, hear about it because they just don't post about it, right? But I see it because I can see that they're out there doing it, right? So, yeah. Okay. Any other further traffic? Please come on in and get into the log. And for those of you on YouTube, we're going to be going out with a song. We do. If you're looking at the screen there, we have like about 15 or so ham radio songs that my friend made for me there. So we're going to be doing some of that on the end. Any other final check-ins? Please come now. Okay, so if you're on the air with us there, I'd like to say good evening to everybody. Have a wonderful and safe weekend. The owners of the Victor Kilo 3 Juliet Echo Delta, the VE6IDK repeater, the VA3 PGC repeater. I want to thank all those owners and operators for letting us use their repeaters. on Friday nights. I love the fact that they're auto-connected for the most part. Thank you very much for that. For all of you, my friends out there that are helping support me and this hobby, thank you for being out there every week. And it's good to see the new people out there again, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, and we're saying 7-3 to all. If you're on the YouTube channel, stand by, and we're going to be playing the Cooper's March song because tomorrow's my 1-year anniversary with Parks on Air. So we'll see everybody later, and we'll, for those of you watching, we're going to end it with the Cooper's March song, 7-3.
Digging through the airwaves, voice so strong, so clear. From Cooper's Marsh he calls to those far and near. Sugar sweet audio, moving through the night. Porta Parks on the air in the morning light. CQ all around. 40 meters, hear that sound. Calling the world from Cooper's Marsh. Biggie sending love so harsh. Protocol of operation in the quiet marshland. Biggie reaches out with a steady hand. Under the stars shining bright. His signal soaring takes flight. From dawn until the night, Big E's words take their flight. 73, sending love to every ham out there. From Cooper's Marsh with care, Big E's voice fills the air.
So we have 2 versions of that song. So let's do the next one.
Big E's in the shack. Oh yeah. Flip that switch. Now we on track. Spinning those dials, making that contact.
Cooper's March, we're bringing it back. Sugar sweet voice floating through the air. Get the 40 amp band, Big E everywhere. Take your part out there. Sugar sweet band, hear him declare. Stacking those points without a care.
You know it's rare.
CQ puller,
Can you hear Big?
can you hear him? Can you hear him? Can you hear him?
VA runner coming in free. It's coming to you. Sounds rolling. Feel that glee. Just feel it, just feel it. Damn radio magic.
Just you and
Me. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Antennas up high. Reaching for the sky. Oh yeah. Big E signal never shy.
no, never. From Cooper's Marsh, wave a goodbye.
So long now.
Holla back if you're feeling the vibe.
Let me hear you try. Static's dancing, cutting through the noise. Big E's transmit, pure audio joys. Sing it sweet. VA record, riding the wave. We surfing now. CQ polar, the airwaves crave. Give it to them, give them what they crave. CQ polar, can you hear Big E? Can you hear? VA record, coming in free. It's coming to you. Sounds rolling, feel that glee. Just feel it, just feel it. And radio magic, just you and me. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, folks, y'all have a good night. 7-3, 7-3.